Welcome to part 12 of Uncharted 2. We are on the penultimate part now, and things are really starting to heat up.
Hardware, the house so original. You must have took you like a whole 2 seconds to come up with that incredibly creative zinger that has never been said before ever.
Actually, for once, I don't think he was trying to make a pun because there's nothing.
No, actually, I'm not saying pun. It's just that no, it's not a matter of puns. It's just that line is incredibly cliche.
Well, Pedro, I can't really think of much else. Basically,
I know it's a joke.
To finding out the true secret of the Chintamati stone.
Yes.
Shoot. Is that how that song went in Finding Nemo, Pedro? Just keep shooting, just keep shooting.
No, it's
well, actually,
swimming.
Well, actually, it's interesting. I love Just Keep Swimming, but you know what? What I really love in Finding Dory? Unforgettable. The credits theme, it's beautiful. Anyways,
oh yeah, that reminds me. I saw Star Trek.
I was leaving the cinema by that time, so anyway, what are you gonna say, Jova?
Have you seen Star Trek Beyond?
Yes, I have.
Got to see it in New Orleans with my family. Great stuff, that one. Although, if I can give criticism, it felt kind of more like a TV episode as opposed to a movie.
That was the point. Remember, Jova, for the past long while, Trekkies were complaining about the Abrams movie, saying they were quote unquote nothing like Star Trek or something.
So the point of this one was to try to basically make it just like the old TV show.
With more production values and I'll be honest, much better acting.
So were they saying like, well, the first two movies like felt too epic compared to the usual Star Trek stuff, or just in the overall?
No, it's because the you see, the thing about the Abrams movies is that they're not quite as cerebral as some of the better Trek episodes were.
Yeah. I could see. I mean, the movies were great, but I will admit they were kind of missing those.
Yeah,
how should I put it?
The thing about
and lessons that the really great episodes of the original Trek series I guess.
Yeah.
Go on.
My guess was by that time that style of Trek was not what general audiences were really interested in anymore. What are you gonna say, Pedro?
My guess is what they did was the first two Abrams movies got general audiences into this franchise, and now that everybody's hooked on it, now they can bring in something more Trek-like, and general audiences will be none the wiser because they're already hooked into this.
Which is funny.
Oh, it was great. It was great. They actually did it.
Which is funny. People were assuming the worst when Justin Lin was hired as director. Because they were worried that, it's going to be Fast and Furious again.
Anyway, going back to this game, allow me to bring in a little tip that I don't know if
Don't go too close to them blue things when you shoot at them.
Yeah, they explode. Anyway, when you get chased by those burly monster creatures, the best weapon to use against them is the crossbow. So if you can find a crossbow, be sure to keep it in case those monsters pop up.
I'm not sure if I found the crossbow.
How were these guys smart enough to make those abominable snowman costumes?
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, Jova, as far as for all we know, they're not even costumes. They're actually skin, kind of like what Tintin did in Tintin and Kong. They skinned animals or something.
Yeah.
So they just a caveman.
Okay, this part bugs me. I can't see what I'm swinging towards unless I turn the camera. Shouldn't the camera turn automatically?
True. I'm guessing Bruce Straley figured. Well, they can. I'm guessing.
And
Bruce,
also, what was I supposed to jump onto there?
You're supposed to shoot. You're supposed to shoot it first, Whips. Come on, that was pretty obvious.
And admittedly, when it comes to the camera, some people might prefer to jump sideways, hence the changing of the camra.
I do see Dwebs' point. Yes, I do agree that camera. Here's an interesting thing. Yoshiaki Koizumi, the head of EP or EAD Tokyo or EPD Tokyo, whatever the hell they're called nowadays. He actually, even Shiro brought this up earlier. Shiro, aren't you the kind of gamer who prefers to move the camera yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that case, you'll like this moment, then like the whips.
It depends on the game, but yes.
Yeah. Koizumi, on the other hand, who of course made the Galaxy and shit like that, in which the camera always changes automatically depending on what the designers want you to see. Like in this case, if this was Galaxy 1 right now, for example, the camera would change automatically like Dwebs wanted. The reason Koizumi does that is because he feels like the reason he did that is because he feels like the player shouldn't have to, you know, move the camera around just so he can see things. That's the developer's job. That's how he feels about the camera.
Well, here's
I thought, basically, I thought I had to shoot something, and I thought by this point, I thought you had to shoot that lamp.
You're supposed to shoot the blue thing that's behind the things. You can actually see it pretty well.
I can barely see it.
I can see it just fine, honestly.
Blue.
I won't
Eddie,
comment on that front.
Eddie, you were saying, Shuri?
Yeah, free examples. I mean, I recently started playing the Spyro trilogy again, and Spyro 1, I prefer to have the camera move by itself. But with Spyro 3, because the camera moves by itself so quickly, I have to turn it off. But with Splatoon, I know you get the option, but I feel like playing with the gyroscope is the only way to play that game.
So
yeah, it can vary with some games, because like, well, okay.
I know, but with
why am I
Splatoon,
throwing
you
grenades?
do get the option, and I know a lot of people complain about the gyro, but honestly, I think it's the only way to actually play that game.
Never mind that. Why am I throwing grenades?
Because they're fun.
But yeah, I mean, okay, in theory, the best option would obviously to like give players an option, like if they want an automatic camera, or if they want something that's in the middle, like a camera that's automatic, but you can always rearrange. Just an automatic camera altogether.
To me, it depends on the game.
In games like this, I agree. In a game like this, I actually think the best route would be to have the free camera, and I'm guessing that
I'm not doing anything.
Dwibs, you can't shoot it from there. You're supposed to... Jesus Christ, Dwibs.
Yeah. If I can guess properly, I'm guessing I go at the
you see, this is exactly why I took Uncharted 3 from your hands.
Actually, I never had Uncharted 3 in the first place.
Well, actually, remember, Jova temporarily gave it to you, but then I switched it for you with Pokemon Gen 2.
I call this part Dwibs is.
For me, it's like this. With a game like this, with a game like this, where you really have to mind your surroundings and pay attention to details and stuff like that. Yes, it's definitely the free camera definitely is a must. But for stuff, but I'm gonna have to. But when it comes to 3D platformers like Mario, I'm gonna have to agree with Koizumi-san, where I think in that case, yes, since the player should focus primarily on the level design itself and not have to worry about, you know, moving the camera so he can actually see what's going, where he's supposed to jump. So
Super Mario 64.
Guys, I did it.
But 64 is designed in different ways than the newer ones are. 64 is more 64 is more rareware like, whereas 3D World is more classic Mario.
Yeah, probably a future heads up, Pedro. Whenever you talk about 3D Mario platformers, you kind of have to be specific.
Yeah,
because,
sure.
There's the older ones, and then there's the newer ones.
Not to mention, like Johnny pointed out. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So I hate. I know. Basically, I managed to solve that puzzle, and it only took me about 5 minutes.
Yes, it was something that we all saw.
Not to mention, Jova, honestly, I'm going to have to agree with some Call Me Johnny on his review. Honestly, I don't think the camera of Super Mario 64 aged very badly.
I'm not saying that it aged good. I was just pointing out that Super Mario 64
I have a few
was...
things to say about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2's camera when we get
honestly, trust me, even back when the games were new, I was complaining about the camera. Like, that game's camera never always sucked.
Shiroi, speaking of Mario 64, how's the DS version of it?
I actually have it on my Wii U.
It should have analog controls.
I actually have my the DS Virtual Console version on my Wii U. It plays fine.
Yeah, that was the first version of... Well, technically not the first time I played 64. I did get to play it over at a friend's house on the N64, but the first time I actually really played it was
like
DS.
I said, that should have had an analog.
On the Wii U, you can play it using the analog sticks on the gamepad.
But isn't
you can also play it on 3DS.
Isn't the Wii U version the N64 version?
No. Actually, they have both. They have the 64 version and they have the DS version.
I didn't know that.
I prefer the DS version.
I'm actually really liking. I'm actually really enjoying the fact that Nintendo is actually releasing all versions of their game. Like, for example, you'd think after Majora's Mask 3D came out on the 3DS, they wouldn't bother anymore with the 64 version, but no, they released the 64 version also on the Wii U Virtual Console. I appreciate Nintendo, endorsing the people who still prefer the older versions. So nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
To put it into real perspective,
guys,
they're actually...
Another puzzle. basically, we just have to open this door. How hard could that be?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Counterweight, Dwibs. Come on, look at that. Dwibs, the camera literally is pointing you to the fact that there's no counterweight.
Don't worry, I'll get there. I just have to tap really fast and...
You see, Shiro, this is exactly why Neil Druckmann created a hint system, an even further hint system in Uncharted 4. Basically, if you take too long fingering out something in Uncharted 4, the game will literally make a marker telling you where to go, or literally have a text thing saying what to do. But basically, do this, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, quickly back to Mario 64. I wasn't saying that's camera age, well, I was just giving you an example where there was something of a free as opposed to automatic camera in a 3D Mario game. As for the eShop, yeah, Pedro's right. I mean, to put it into perspective, yeah, it's technically not available in America yet, but Nintendo actually has the GBA versions of the Ace Attorney games on their Japanese Wii U virtual consoles.
And the DS versions are better.
Oh, I get that, but I mean, well, the fact that they actually have a GBA version available is like, well,
yeah,
amazing.
I'm still hoping for the eventual DS Virtual Console releases.
Me too. I'm guessing they're doing the GBA versions because, you know, the one screen on the Wii U pad.
In fact, it makes sense for them to In fact, it does make sense for them to re-release DS Attorney Trilogy on the DS Virtual Console, considering the original DS copies from 10 years ago tend to go for a bit too pricey nowadays, unless you know good places to find.
Yeah, I was lucky when I found them at GameStop when I was getting into the series in 2014.
So yeah, it's definitely that's one of the main reasons why Wind Waker got an HD treatment pretty fast, because the original GameCube version goes for really high prices on the internet nowadays.
Yeah, I definitely say that when it comes to Ace Attorney, the original, well, okay, the Nintendo DS trilogy is the
let's go back to this door problem. Have I figured out the puzzle yet, or am I just going to go around trying to get...
You see, Shiro, the thing is, Uncharted 3 is a step up in puzzle difficulty from this game, which is why I intentionally took that game away from Dueb, sorry.
Yeah, but I didn't want Uncharted 3 to begin with. I wanted 2 and 4.
I know, but Jova gave it to you temporarily and I couldn't have that.
Okay, let's try again.
Dwebs, don't you see anything wrong with this picture? You really don't.
I thought by constantly mashing it, I thought it would eventually go...
See, there you go. The character is literally just
funny.
See, the game literally just made fun of you, but for not getting it.
And now you see, audience, why Dweebs has yet to record an Ace Attorney game for the channel, because Ace Attorney is all about spotting stuff.
And also, the only Ace Attorney games available on iOS right now are the first 3, which look terrible, and Dual Destinies.
Well, but that's the thing, Jova. Okay, audience, you won't have to see Dweebs record his attorney, but you're gonna have to deal with him recording Lady Layton, so look forward to that.
Oh my god, you just made me realize something. It's like, well, you know what's weird? When it comes to iOS, the Ace Attorney re-releases on that look terrible, yet when it comes to Dual Destinies, it's actually a step up in the graphics.
I guess Capcom got their shit together with that port.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of similar to the mobile
trick as well.
It's kind of similar to the port for mobile devices that Lo-Fi is making of Yokai Watch 1. Like, for example, in the 3DS version, only Jibanyan has voice clips, but in the new mobile port, all the yokai are gonna have their own voice cries and shit. And apparently there's a bit some more refinements that they're gonna do, so that's pretty interesting. So I'm planning on waiting for that port to record the game.
So is it just with your Elgato that you managed to record mobile stuff?
Well, Dweebs he's planning on getting the cable. When he does and tests it, then if it works fine, I'll tell him to refer me to the cable so I can get it myself too.
Oh.
Hey,
you're having good Yokai Watch 1 as well?
Well, the thing is, Shiro, the problem with BlueStacks is that BlueStacks still doesn't have a way to translate the... You know how certain mobile games ask you to touch the screen with 2 fingers instead of 1?
Yeah.
BlueStack still doesn't have a way of translating that into a keyboard
Well,
thing.
for Sonic 1 specifically.
Yeah, well, for Sonic 1 specifically, you can record it just fine, because the controls for Sonic 1 on BlueStacks are just the arrow keys to move and space to jump. That's all you need.
But I won't be able to use a controller.
Well, you can use the keyboard.
Basically, guys, I have found my new
I
favorite
could use
weapon.
the keyboard,
Basically,
but then
guys-
I might break said keyboard.
Alright,
Yes,
basically,
the grenade launcher.
Well, Shiroi, control your fingers.
Pedro,
Go ahead.
oops. Oh, I was going to say, I found my new favorite weapon, the grenade launcher, but I got careless and
Don't worry.
myself up.
Oops, I caught it. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't see the problem with Yokai Watch 1 when it comes to BlueStacks.
I know, but
No. Unless they make some kind of touchscreen minigun that requires the two buttons, I'm thinking that can be recorded with BlueStacks fine.
when I buy a PC game, the only thing I check before buying it is if I can use a controller.
Well, Shiroi, in that case, do you want me to take Sonic 1 off your hands then?
Hold on.
I can try since I did
haven't
manage to
experimented with
record how much I did.
Job is already doing Sonic 2 Taxman, so it's only a matter of who does Sonic 1 Taxman.
Well,
haven't
I'm okay with
experimented-
CD because I can use a controller for that.
Well, that's the thing, Shiroi. That's the thing, Shiroi. In order to celebrate Sonic Mania, we're doing the Taxman ports just to, in hype for Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
Let
sure.
me see.
Not to mention they're the definitive versions of those games anyway. I mean,
Well,
by the way, Jova, don't forget. By the way, Jova, you know how to get.
So I should be okay.
By the way, Jova, don't forget to show off the hidden palace zone.
Okay, I may
Kitty
have
got
found
wet, bitch. That's
I may
what.
have found the answer to your problem.
Did you hear what
right?
Nate? Did you hear what Nate just said? Kitty got wet, bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, audience, for
Oh, there you go then.
for getting a bit off topic, but reasons. Wait, for a second there,
Okay, sure.
for a second there, I thought the missile somehow bounced back and fired towards me again.
There you go then.
Yeah. Fire, 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 fire. Anyway, more walking through the water. There we go.
That the water effects are fantastic. Well, trust me, it may not sound that amazing now, but trust me, back in 2009, these graphics look pretty fucking fantastic. Naughty Dog really knows how to draw all the power out of the PlayStation consoles.
Yeah, the only thing about Uncharted 4 though is that it really sends my PS4 into overcooking.
Well, yeah, it's literally pushing the PS4 to its limits, probably.
Yeah, it's literally going.
No, but serious, it's so worth it though. Those models look so lifelike.
Okay, time to play push the minecart.
I'm not even kidding. Uncharted 4's character models are practically what David Cage wants to achieve with his games, but never does.
Alright, now what is next up?
Oh, I love the way the camera's shot in this one.
Huge stairs.
Cinematic camera and shit.
Whoop. Wah!
Okay, so what now? Oh, yeah, this is actually one of the harder shooting sections.
Okay, let's see.
All right,
if-
I'm gonna quickly brief through this and see how many times this whips die.
Yeah. Okay, if I manage to not die in this part...
Oh, apparently he doesn't take that long to get past here. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, what was it you were saying about hard shooting section, Pedro?
Well, depends. Like, let's see how you go. Like, maybe let's see.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I can get past here fine, but it's just that I'm saying hard like probably for someone like you.
Yeah, that's interesting. Stuff that's considered easy, I struggle at. The stuff that people consider really hard, I breeze through. What's up with that?
So does this mean you could breeze through Eggman Land then?
It depends. Oh, paused. I hope I haven't left this paused for long.
No, you haven't actually. I checked. Only until... Yeah, only for more like 15 seconds.
Okay. Catch your breath, guys.
Editing? What the fuck is that shit?
I forgot.
You're like the Peter Jackson of Let's Players.
At least Peter Jackson doesn't pause the movie.
Are you sure about that, Jova? Because the first Hobbit movie pretty much only starts at the halfway point for as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even kidding. We spend the first half of the Hobbit in the Shire. Just get the fuck going already.
By comparison, in the first Lord of the Rings movie, I only spent like 20 minutes in the Shire. And then Frodo got on with his adventure.
Sure.
Also, Joe's bird, so
Alright, Dwebs, do you find the crossbow around here?
Well, again, another thing I found out with my playthroughs. Sometimes there's a weapon that's not really required, but recommended, and yet I managed to get through a section without needing the weapon. So yeah, sorry. So the audience, I've proved that you don't need the crossbow to get through this section.
No. I never said that you need it. I'm just saying that if you want to make...
I meant not by that. I mean like to make it faster. But I've proved that you don't need it. So yeah. So yeah, Pedro, have a little tap on the head.
Sure.
Stone's gotta
There
be
you go.
here somewhere.
Done.
Let's try heading up.
All right.
Dwibs, the master of the impossible. Mostly. Sometimes. Shira, are you there?
I guess not.
Come on.
Okay. So, I can't do a Shira impression, so, moving on.
What?
I said I can't do a good, Sheeproy impression. There's a character in a show called Sheep Roy, where it's about this guy named Roy who is good at looking after sheep.
Alright. We're almost there.
That's
I'm
totally
after sheep.
Alright, we're almost there, as Nate says, so cutscene. Oh,
Chintamati Stone.
there we go, we found the Shintamari stone.
The Chintamani stone. I can't believe we beat them here. It's beautiful.
Yep. Magnificent. Now let's smash it and get the hell out of here.
Wait. Something's not right.
What do you mean?
It's Uncharted, it's when everything's ever right.
This isn't a sapphire, it's amber.
Amber.
Yeah, you know, fossilized resin.
Mm-hmm.
It's tree sap. Wait a minute.
What is it?
You gotta be shitting me.
Hello, Nate.
I hate it when he does this.
Got it.
I'm just being mysterious just to fuck with you all.
Missed what?
There's not actually a stone. It's the resin, the sap from the tree of life.
Okay, hold on. Now
Wait,
you've lost
we're in
me.
this Terrence Malick now?
Fortunately, no, this is not the pretentious fuckery, the movie.
We should do the Tree of Life someday.
There he is. Lazarevich.
He's headed to the tree. Oh my god. The black teeth.
What?
The black teeth on those guardian things and the bodies in Borneo. They ate the resin, and it changed them somehow.
There you go.
You think that's what Lazarevich is planning?
Yeah.
You really want to wait around and find out?
Bravo, Sherlock.
Well done. Flynn? Jesus.
Oh, Harry.
What's the matter, mate? Disappointed Lazara bitch beat you to it?
Ha 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 ha.
I'm afraid you just missed it. Figured I'd stay behind and wait for you to come join my little party. What are you talking about? Maybe that's what old Soren wanted all along, eh? He's cleverer than he looks.
We can still stop.
No, Lena, don't!
Elena, don't.
Oh, we can help.
There you go, he agrees with you.
Sorry, love. This isn't a movie. And you're not the plucky girl who reforms the villain and saves the day.
Should I tell him, guys?
Oh,
Parting
oh dear.
gift from the Tsarevich. Pity he took the pin.
Elena!
Hey, Dwebs.
Yeah?
This is the kind of movie, mate.
So the kind of movie, bruv.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, bro.
Oh my god.
Hey, Dwibs.
Yeah?
I'm an evil scientist. What did you expect? This isn't a game.
Yeah.
That game had such
that-
magnificent writing.
I also love that line from Kingsman where Samuel L. Jackson said, "You really think I was stupid enough to plant one of those things in my own head? What are you, fucking crazy?"
Alright, so forgot this next section. Chloe will carry Elena, and we have to cover them. Obviously.
Will this possibly teach Chloe to be more caring of people other than just the bare minimum?
Oh yeah. One that I really like in Uncharted 3 is how Chloe. By the time we get Uncharted 3, Chloe's much more of a team player. So so Nate's nature definitely rubbed off on her.
So yeah, who needs to shoot those guys when you have a rocket launcher?
Of course.
Amazing, you know, when you think about it, isn't this all technically inside a mountain?
Hey, Jova, while you were gone, remember in one of our earlier parts where while I was playing a certain gun segment, I was suggested to get a gun, but it turns out I didn't really need that weapon.
Yeah.
It's happened again this time. The game
Nice.
apparently wants me to get the crossbow to help sort out something faster, but I managed to get through it just fine without it.
Kind of makes you wonder how the crossbow will work in this situation in a gunfight.
So yeah, basically I am proof that you don't need a certain kind of weapon to help get through something in relative quickness.
I'm not
it kinda
saying you
doesn't
do. It's of course you can if you. But I'm just saying that for certain specific weapons, there's definitely one specific weapon that will definitely make life for you much easier.
So
Anyway.
basically,
Although,
I'm the
Dibs, I wouldn't-
Pedro.
Although, Dibs, I will admit, instincts like yours about going against the instructions would work out greatly in a game like Rydell Retribution, which is pro Jared States. That game will lie, saying that all enemies in the area are undead when there are clearly enemies trying to kill you. It'll try to point you towards stuff, and no, you're just better off ignoring the instructions and doing things your way.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Jova,
man.
Rydell Retribution was programmed by, it feels like monkeys.
No. That's an insult to Fiats.
So yeah, can you feel the tension? Elena could die at any moment. She's in the third game, isn't she?
What do you
Well, to be fair, that we didn't know that when this game first came out.
Yeah, no, but I don't have that.
Yeah.
Don't you dare take on
Also, how far have you gotten into Uncharted 4?
I've gotten to a part where you have to
Please don't do this.
go up a couple of escalators with your car.
This is suicide.
Ah, okay.
And you know it.
Because I was gonna make another reference.
Edweb's bringing up some Uncharted 1 memories, considering what we're doing.
A little.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, basically.
Alright, in the next part, we finally defeat
The Tree of
Lazarevich.
You
Life.
finally get to tackle Terrence Malick. Oh wait, sorry, that's another thing entirely.
Yeah.
Join us for the finale of Uncharted 2.
Among Thieves.
Yeah, that. See ya.
See you then.
See ya.
See ya.